I have thrown up so many times in my life, and I'm not even bulimic.
Max, I swear to God, if you keep starting the podcast without telling us, I will register you as a sex offender in Iowa.
Dude, I wish Markiplier was a pedophile so he would date me.
So you have a chance with me, dude. God, I wish.
All right.
Welcome back to the
Oi
Markiplier podcast.
Welcome back to the Markiplier podcast. We talk about Markiplier and nothing about Markiplier.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
This is
Fungus.
This is oicast number 25.
12.
Is it really?
This is number 25. We've done over 24 of these. This being the over. It's 25.
Wow, that's pretty epic. Yeah,
Anniversary.
I don't know how many months, 8 months or something. I don't know when we start this. I don't fucking know.
We started over the winter, I think.
I thought it was
started right
February.
before school started. Freshman year?
No way.
It was sophomore year for me at least.
Yeah, year 2.
And also you guys. I'm only considering you yet. But
no.
It must have been the winter because I have a 5.
I remember being
oicast
at home.
number 16 was recorded.
Oh, that one. I was talking about the first one ever.
No, I know, but that's what I have the file for in front of me because I don't have them all on my computer because they take up too much space.
Right.
January 2nd was when 16 was, and that was when we were doing the semi. So it must have started in November of last year, maybe?
Right.
Maybe? No.
That sounds about right.
I remember recording one at my parents' house in the middle of the night.
Yeah, well, we recorded the first one, and that was like a pilot. And
that was over the summer.
And then months later, we actually started doing it.
Yeah.
It was gradual and later, yeah.
That's not important. But you know what is? Today's sponsor. Just kidding. I wish. That'd be fucking funny. Actually, I did get a notification. I did get a notification from Anchor that was
Dollar Shave Club.
You should try to monetize, and I was like, why would I want to do that? That's not gonna.
Who would monetize? What ads are playing here? Yeah, we're Jim's poop service. We poop on you.
Being the monkey with a
Tampa Bay can eat my ass.
Did they score, Andy?
Yeah, they just.
What? So what's tied up?
Yeah.
Way to date our podcast, dude. Come on.
Doesn't know what sport it is. It's the Tampa Bay Vipers from the XFL, the new football league.
Oh, I thought it was ultimate frisbee.
No. Yeah. MKBHD just scored.
Curling.
What team does he play for? It's like the New York Empire or something.
I thought he played for something in New Jersey. I don't remember that.
I don't know. It's something.
You know what can tell me?
The internet machine.
Mom.
Hey, Google.
Wait, hold on.
What ultimate frisbee team does MKBHD play for?
New York Empire.
Can't hear him. You know what? I was gonna make a podcast joke because you know what could tell you the answer to that question? The internet box. That's the name. That's the name of.
Oh, who's Joe?
It's the name of a podcast.
Who is Joe?
Anyway, welcome.
Hey Google, stop. The reason I was quiet is because it just kept talking and was reading out his stats.
Sick.
You asked and they delivered. That's Papa John's.
All right.
They say the N-word.
So
people, the N-word.
I would really like to hear Donnie's story of the bicycle on his bicep.
All right. We should probably post a picture of it for context on the Instagram.
I could do that.
I'll post one of me in the shopping cart. But so yeah, I got a tattoo a week ago today, actually. At a company called Dogstar Tattoo Company in Durham, North Carolina. It is of a naked woman riding a bicycle. It is on my right inner bicep. It cost me $100. Yeah.
Did you get AIDS?
No.
I can't.
It was a very clean process. They cleaned my arm super nicely. The guy wore black latex gloves.
Why are they always black?
Because they look cool.
but like when
They
you
look
see like
cool in like a nice pale blue, you know.
when you see barber videos on Instagram Explore page that are like, check out this sick haircut, I did such a good job, and they're always wearing black gloves and the haircut looks like absolute trash.
No,
No.
but okay.
Just me? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody in the world would know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
But yeah,
continue.
honestly, like tattoo process was pretty nice. Dude was super like nice and chill. Like I had met with him before, and he like had the official art and everything, and it was really cool because he like had it on his like I emailed it to him, and he had it on his iPad, and he like played around with it, like manipulated the size and like angles and stuff with it. It was really cool, and he's like, "All right, great. Like I'll have this stenciled up." So he basically threw a temporary tattoo on my arm, and then just like traced over it.
How did you find the place? Did you just walk in one day and say, "Hey, I want a tattoo"?
How did I find it, or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, how did you find like where you went, like the shop you went to, the guy you went to?
So honestly, like I had seen like Instagram ads, I think, for them. And like I don't know, I had through dating apps and stuff had been chatting girls up from that area, and they were like, "Oh, like really check out Dogstar. Like they're really nice. They're super nice people. It's like super clean and friendly." And then I was out with a lady one day, and she's like, "Well, we can just pop by there. It's like right around the corner." So I went in and I was like, "Hey, looking to get a tat," and like talked to them and stuff, and then just figured it out from there, like who was gonna do it. It was mostly based on timing because like they're like, "Oh, like these 3 people would be best," or this one guy's like looking to do stuff about a month out from now, which is the guy I went with. These other 2 people are looking closer towards like December. All right, so I'll probably just go with the month out guy. And so yeah, that's how I like came into contact with him and them.
So from
really
that
cool
first
place.
from that first visit, you decided like, oh, I'll make an appointment with this guy, and then you made the consultation appointment, and then
Yeah,
that's when you
well,
set the date for actually doing it.
No, so I went and I made the appointment. Like I just talked to them, and they're like, "All right, like send us the thing, like just with the description or whatever, and like your availability of like when you can get it done." And so they emailed me back like, "Hey, like after looking at this, like we think it would be a good idea for you to get consultation. Like here's the people and their hours. Let us know which one works best for you."
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just emailed them back, said, "Oh, it's great." Yeah. And then I had my consultation was the day I got back from Vegas. And then I had it
from
a
the
week
packaging
ago.
convention, because that's a thing.
It was fucking dope, dude.
Some of the one robot video you sent that was like uncomfortably fast. It's like the fastest
I just
robot arm
imagine
in
like
the world.
you like sticking your arm out and it just shatters your hand as you hit it as it hits you.
Oh man, dude, you ask for a high five from that robot, you will not have an arm.
You say goodbye to that hand.
Yeah.
But back to tattoo stuff. I mean, this is probably common knowledge information you can find on the internet, but this is my experience. It kind of just felt like someone was drawing on me with a Sharpie, but there was like a knife in the tip of the Sharpie.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems.
I'm
like.
glad you
Like,
didn't say needle.
I was about to say I felt like it would seem like a lesser version of.
Yeah, I was
needle.
gonna say, Donny, none of us are like heroin addicts, so we don't know what getting
Despite our
Yeah,
origin.
you got your shots for school. Haven't you seen those ads for HPV?
No, Andy's an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, man.
It's a
You're an
He's
anti.
gonna die in like 3 weeks.
No,
Andy, you
Brandon and I
survived
got
so long.
No, Brandon and I got flu shots this weekend.
Why
Because
didn't you invite me?
I should have? Well, because what
You're
happened
cheating.
because we did them at CVS in Target. And if you do that, you get a $5 credit.
So you went and you got the Lego minifigure grab bag and got Hercules.
You got your
No.
Chinese social credits.
No, we went, both got shots, got $10, and bought junk food and watched Toy Story 4.
So they pay you to go get a flu shot?
Yeah.
Ah.
Doing your civic duty, man.
Yeah.
Is
They
that,
do.
Is that a
I
civic
can get
duty?
a flu shot for free at work because I work for a
The
vaccines company.
probably produces some of the flu shots.
Yeah, we do.
Dude, you get it straight from the source.
Yeah, it's just a fucking tube that runs through the fucking building, and you just
you lock in.
yeah. But yeah, this is advice if any of you guys get tattoos. It's kind of like a sunburn in terms of the healing process. As in, it's been kind of itchy the past couple days, and my skin is peeling off in flakes.
And do you put like lotion on it or anything?
Yo, I'm a big lotion guy, Max.
Oh, am I putting lotion?
But the first couple days, actually, you don't want to put lotion on it just because like it's really sensitive.
Yeah, it's like raw.
So what
too.
I used was diaper rash cream.
For your
diaper rash cream.
Yeah, because it's like vitamin A and D is really good for your skin for healing.
Not like baby powder, but like diaper
No,
rash
it's
cream.
It's
Yeah.
Vitamin A and D diaper rash ointment, skin protection.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's from Target.
So your bicep has been smelling exactly like a baby's butt.
It has actually.
That's kind of
really
pleasant
has.
though. To be honest, like I don't go around sniffing
baby ass,
babies' butts a lot.
I love sniffing baby.
You know, I'm not one for sniffing baby butt on the reg. However, Donnie, can you turn us down a little bit or use headphones? I can hear echoes every once in a while.
Is it coming through?
But I have
smelled
smelt that
baby
cream and man, it smells good.
And I'll tell you, it's a smell
tell
I'd
you
like to smell
what.
again. I tell you what, give me a baby.
But overall, pretty pleasant experience. The place does free touch up. Like because the thing with the tattoo is like not all the ink will retain in your skin, so like there will be some missing spots.
Right.
So like I gotta go back there in like 5 weeks, and they'll like set up a time to like touch it up and make it look pretty again.
So they ask you to come back in 5 weeks?
Yeah, because they want to see how it
Because they want
like,
to make sure that they did a good job.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice. That's nice of them. It's not on you to take advantage of the free touch up. It's like they're saying like, yeah, come on in and we'll make sure it's great, you know.
Yeah, well, and like it's within reason too. Like if you like beat the shit out of your tattoo and like get like an actual sunburn on it and like don't take care of it, then they're like, no, we're not gonna do this. But
That wasn't our fault.
yeah,
So
but yeah,
if you get a sunburn while it's still fresh, that'll fuck you up.
oh yeah. Let's read the pamphlet that they gave me.
But like after a certain amount of time, then I'm sure it probably just fades the ink, but it wouldn't mess it up too bad.
Well,
right?
yeah, like with normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not expose it to direct sunlight for 3 weeks. Sunblock doesn't count. Try not to sleep directly on it for the first 3 days. Don't let anyone touch it. Don't go into any public, like basically don't go anywhere where it can get dirty because you can just get an infection.
Nice.
Right.
Oh god, infected tattoo. Have you ever seen images of infected tattoo?
It's
like-
gross.
It's usually
What do they look
I've
like?
seen an image rotating around that's like henna gone wrong. It's like the boils on the guy's arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is like bloated and
It was
boiled. Yeah,
disgusting.
Ugh.
That's not regular
Yeah.
tattoo. That's like allergic reaction to henna. But that's
Yeah.
that's one thing. With my paranoid brain, thought when you're about to get the tattooed, I was like, I wonder if you could be allergic to the ink and not know it.
You can.
Yeah.
Like you have
Right.
to like I signed a very large liability release form that's like, hey, all of these things. But yeah,
Right.
like there are people who are allergic to that ink stuff.
But like, how would you know?
I
That's
think it comes with
scary.
like knowing that you have like sensitive skin and like allergies to stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, if you've never done it before, it's hard to know.
Well, you can
maybe.
ask them like what is in the ink too.
Right, of course.
Yeah, I'm with Max. Like your body has taken a toll quite a bit at birth. At like a little bits, like your finger getting cut and everything, and then there's probably a chance of some other your foot and everything.
Yeah. So it's like
Well, that's kind of why I
was, like,
didn't tell my
I was worried
parents.
about you and worried about myself, like just being paranoid. Like, what if I go to get a tattoo and then I'm allergic to the ink and then it just like is
luck.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I assumed I wasn't allergic because I have never had like bad allergies like that.
Yeah. I would like you go in for your consultation and you're like, can you just tattoo like a dot on my hand? just to make sure.
Honestly,
pour
like
some
they
on you
probably
real quick.
would do that. Like,
Yeah. Can you just like just so I can know and have
Just a
peace
pinch.
of mind?
just give me a hit, bud. I just need that sweet, sweet release.
Need that sweet release.
I honestly do. I liked the feeling of it. Like it felt like kind of nice after a while. It was soothing.
But there's also like different parts of your body would hurt more, I've always heard.
Well, yeah, it's based on like if it's like directly on bone and stuff.
Mm.
Like if you get a tattoo on like your rib cage and you're not like obese, that's gonna hurt.
Right, because it's right on your rib.
Yeah.
Whereas like I got buff boy arms, so
That's one way to put it.
The most annoying part was my arm just kind of fell asleep.
Were you like laying down with your arm up or sitting in a chair?
I was laying down with my arm, and just the angle it was at, and like the guy's like kind of like leaning on my forearm.
Mm-hmm.
My arm just kind of fell asleep for a solid hour.
Probably could have said something.
Right.
Well, I get like it was just the angle.
Yeah. The girl next to me in a practice room is fucking killing it. She's singing, but she's like literally so I can hear her through my headphones. It's kind of
Should
insane.
interview her.
She's
right
like
now.
You should drill a hole and like glory hole it.
I was yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say something about penises.
Company her.
Anyway,
Stick your base
Yeah.
through it.
That's
Stick the neck of your base through it.
That's what I
don't my
have for
base with
tattoo
me.
stuff off the top of my head. Unless you guys have any more questions for me, because I know you guys have kind of refrained from asking.
Questions and comments.
well my main question was how did you find the place, because that's like always super weird to me, because like you know you see things and it's like, oh, find an artist you like and whatever, but it's like, yeah, but how the hell are you supposed to do that? Because then you have to like just look up artists like in your area and then look at their stuff, I guess. But like
That's kind of what
it's
I
just hard to
did,
do.
too. Because like I was in the same boat too. I was like, how do I know where's a good place? Because like if there's like a place down the street from me that like it doesn't look that sketchy inside, but the exterior is like, all right, like I could get crabs.
From
Yeah.
being in here.
And me being in Boston, it's like there's 10,000 places that you could go, and like,
Yeah.
if you're in a big city, you know, there's like so many. Not that Boston's very big, but I'm saying if you're in a big city, that there's just so many places to go. Like, how do you know that this place is more reliable than another? But it's I guess you just have to talk to customers there that you know. So I feel like it's always good to know somebody who's gone there and liked it, and then you go.
Yeah, my friend, she lives just outside New York City, and like, she was telling me that she's like, oh, there's this place I really want to get a tattoo at, and I'm like, okay, like, what's so special about it? She's like, well, it's like kind of the best place in the world. They have a $500 minimum, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, there was a worth it video, like those BuzzFeed videos that are like $5 sandwich versus $10,000 golden crusted for no goddamn reason sandwich.
Yes, of course.
But there's one of those for a tattoo, and the expensive one, I forget what the price was, but the guy was like, he only takes clients if he feels like really invested in the project. You know, like he wants there to be like a real like meaning behind it, or like he's like really into the art style and stuff, which I thought was really cool. You know, he's like super into it.
Well, yeah, because like people who do tattoos, they're artists.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the one you got done was, I know exactly what I want it to look like. I want it to be this Queen bicycle. And
Yeah.
So that's one thing, but then it's also another thing to say like you want something more general, and then
Yeah,
that
and they'll
person
like pull
has
out like
to
a pen and paper
draw
and just
it.
draw.
Yeah, which is amazing. Which
It's really cool.
I watched a few YouTube videos that popped up a few months ago, but they were on that show Inked, which is like where a bunch of tattoo artists come in, they compete. It's like America's Next Top Model, but it's tattoo artists. And a bunch of the people on that show are always like, oh, well, I was just like a really shitty kid in high school, but then I found tattooing, and then like that became like my art form, and I just like latched onto it for dear life, and that's what has carried me through. And it's always interesting to me to listen to people say that, because like you have to be pretty damn talented to be a tattoo artist, I feel like. So it's weird how some people are like, oh, I found tattooing and then I was like, I'm gonna get good at this, but then you're gonna also just become a crazy artist at like writing with like just pen and paper.
Yeah, well, like I send you the guy's Instagram that I did. Like he's got really cool art on there.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I still really liked your idea about how I make you guys tattoos, or we all make each other tattoos.
Well, I like, yeah. Well, because Sam had always joked about wanting to be a tattoo artist.
Yeah, he'd be a tattoo artist with no tattoos.
Yeah, and so like you and Sam are like the two artistic ones of us, and I would totally have you two like draw something and then put it permanently on my body.
I've always have considered it.
Genius gets Lucas's face as a tattoo.
I like doing some inking work. I've worked with microns and I worked with like traditional like pen and ink pens like too. But like I don't know. I need that kind of stuff, like tattoo art, the like weird kinds of shit you see on like the back of like skateboards and stuff like that. That's always been like graffiti, but like not graffiti artwork kind of where it's like sketchy looking. It's all a vague interest of mine.
Yeah. Was it kind of everything kind of flows and bumps into each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always that's another thing with like when you're driving on the highway and you see a bunch of tags on abandoned like railroad cars. It's funny because you'll be driving through like a relatively small town part of the world, and then under a bridge there's just a billion tags, and they all look pretty sick, but it's like, how are there that many people that are tagging under this bridge that can do this well? But then I start thinking maybe it's just one guy that keeps coming back to the same place.
It's probably less. You can count the amount of people like on one hand sometimes. Yeah. It's probably they're doing a shitload at once or something, or like two guys.
They come and they do it and they come back to the same
easily.
Place.
It'd be hard to believe if there are that many. It's always. I wish we had some shit like that here back home. The closest thing we have is that like the stone bridge by Schuler Park or whatever. But none of those are good, and they're all just kind of there. They're all just kind of like vague drawings or just words, because no one around here does tagging stuff.
Right.
Half of me is glad there isn't shit strung about the town, but half of me is like, there could be a little bit more than just selling the same like tourist ass like shop shirt and everything.
I wish I could draw.
Drawing's neat. You just gotta practice.
I can sketch out like random like bullshit I want to build.
There's some stuff you could draw better than me objectively. Like, I have no doubt about that. I know what I can draw. See? You're the box ghost drawer.
I'm the box ghost.
Like, that's kind of what I learned like early on, is I wanted to try and get better at doing realistic stuff. But as time went on, I kind of realized I'm a lot better at doing cartoons and doing stylized and like not perfect proportion kind of looking stuff. Yeah. So I just kind of stuck with that, and that's why my guys don't have perfect looking feet or like all like fingernails and everything. It's about figuring out what you can do, and then you just kind of stick with it and hold it by the horns, and you don't let go. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like most art forms where it's like, practice makes you better. I won't say perfect, but
sure,
like it's always something I've wished I was better at, but it's definitely not something I'm willing to like
I'm in the same boat with music stuff. Trust me, I like kind of wish I could play some guitar, and I probably could have if I put enough practice into it growing up. But I just kind of stuck with the arts. Bitch,
yeah,
drawing's easy.
Play harpsichord.
That's it. I'm making a zine.
Yeah, dude. Bass is way harder. The less strings, the better.
Yeah.
Well, because it's less things.
Yeah.
I get it. I am laughing.
I hate that. I hate when people say that.
Trumpet's easy because you only got the 3 valves.
I fucking hate it. Like, I've been playing bass for just a while, and it's like, on a few occasions people are like, "You play any guitar?" And it's like, yeah,
It is a guitar.
but I play bass, and they're like, "Yeah, but you know what? Do you play any like electric guitar?" I'm like, I don't know why you're asking me this question still. The answer is yes. I can play pretty much anything with strings. However, I don't give a shit about playing acoustic guitar really, so I play bass. That's my thing.
They're only asking you if you can play Skinnerd or Through the Fire, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's why Andy hasn't mastered the bongos yet, because he's got too much pride.
He hasn't mastered the Donkey Kong bongos yet, right?
Andy, when was the last time you played bongos?
When I was playing Donkey Kong, probably.
When was the last time? When was the last time you beat Dark Souls with the Donkey Kong bongos?
Andy, I'm gonna buy you Donkey Kong bongos because I'm them to a Wii.
Yeah, they're for the Wii.
I don't have a Wii though.
When was the last time you beat Dark Souls with a Guitar Hero controller?
Yeah. When was the last
General
time
question
you
to everybody.
Dark Souls with
Mine was last week.
With bananas, and they each. How many fucking ways have people beat Dark Souls? When's the last time you beat Dark Souls with voice commands? That's a real
With the PlayStation 2
Andy,
iToy.
when was with the iToy? Dude, I fucking loved the iToy.
It's literally like the world's dumbest looking webcam. It looks like if you just took a PlayStation 2, shrunk it down, and then mounted a camera on it.
But did you ever play the cleaning windows game?
No,
it was so much fun.
Did you have an iToy?
Yes. Yes, I had an iToy. I had an iToy.
Did I?
It was so freaking fun. I loved every second of it. The old lady in the setup video where it's like, "Oh, you're standing too close. You're standing too far away." I want her to be my grandma. She's probably dead now. And
like your real grandma.
like my real grandma. So, if she was my grandma, like nothing would change. But, I still want her to be my grandma.
Canonically, she would be there.
Yeah,
yes, it's true.
But she's so great. So the Kung Fu thing, Scott DeWaz kind of shit on it, but it's pretty fun. The plate one is dumb.
You just have a seizure and you kill things, right?
Yeah, exactly. You just flail and you win. But when you're a little kid, like it's so much fun. Like obviously as an adult, like that's not cool. But the when I'm washing windows one is so much fun because the song is so ridiculous. And I need to look it up and listen to the version of the song that they put in the game. But the full song is a George Formby song. And it's about him being a window cleaner outside the windows of people's apartments and being a peeping Tom and looking in.
Good.
Like there's like an
God, I
old
wish that
lady
were
who
me.
pulls down her
Pulls
down her Nevermind, and then also there's a honey like one of the line is honeymooning couples too. You should see them Bill and Coo. I'd rather have his job than mine when I'm cleaning windows. Oh, it's great. It's a great song. But what I was gonna ask Andy something, but then somebody said iToy and I got distracted.
Dude, iToy.
Why did not Apple make?
Do you remember the Kinect? Kinect sucks.
Never had one for my Xbox.
It sucked.
Xbox off, yes.
Oh, I remember.
Minnesota Burns thing.
Yeah.
God.
Andy, when was the last time you played Skyrim on your Alexa?
When was the last
I
time?
was gonna double check you didn't trigger it. It's been a while.
Alexa, play Skyrim.
Twitch
Also,
plays.
I searched iToy on.
Did you have safe search
Google
on or off?
and got this.
Oh, where'd you put it? Jesus, what the hell is that?
That's the Nintendo.
Dude,
iToy.
it's a freaking California roll, but it's a golden retriever. What the fuck?
That's Reggie.
That's Reggie.
That's
It's
Reggie.
both a small
After
dog.
He left Nintendo.
I'm not sure what to think about
Sushi.
that either. So
Like, think about it though. Like, the knife is the size of like the dog.
It's just a big knife.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
a
it's just
small
it's
dog,
just a
it's
lot
big
of
knife.
sushi and a very large knife and cutting
yeah.
board.
Have you guys seen those places that do like sushi burritos?
No.
Which is essentially
Wait,
just
yes,
like
I
a
have.
big-
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's just like a big long sushi thing that's not cut up.
Yeah, you just don't cut it up. Yeah, and it's like it's like a burrito, but instead of a tortilla, it's just the seaweed.
A big
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah, I have seen that. There's a place across the street from me where it's a sushi place, and they just put it all in a bowl. Instead of making the roll, they just put all of the ingredients. Holy pop!
So it's like a burrito bowl essentially.
Yeah, so it's like a burrito bowl, but it's sushi,
Sushi bowl.
which is interesting.
Do you like sushi, Max?
I like some sushi, but sometimes it upsets my stomach. To be honest.
Everything upsets your stomach.
Yeah,
You're
it
like
does.
me.
Yeah, everything upsets my stomach. It's
Everything gives me heartburn.
absolutely horrible. But my sister lives across the street from a sushi restaurant, so whenever I go there and like my dad's there, he's always like, "Let's go, let's go to the sushi place." But it's not fucking filling to me at all.
And that's my issue with it. It doesn't look filling.
So my dad will order, like, two rolls. So it's like, there's like 10 pieces or whatever for 4 people, and then I eat like 3 because I'm not an animal and I don't just like scarf it down. Like, I eat very slowly, and I'm not gonna hoard it all on my plate because I just not how I eat.
Well,
But
especially
then-
if you're sharing, yeah.
Yeah, when you're sharing, you don't want to just hoard it all on my plate. So I grab one, eat it. We talk. I grab one, I eat it, and blah blah blah. But like, and then he'll be like, "All right, like I'm full. Like, are we good?" And it's like, dude, you literally ate 2 sushi rolls. Like, 2 pieces. Like, how are you full right now, dude? And he's like, "All right, I'm good to go." I'm like, "No, I need more food, please." So then we have to order like 7 more just for me. So then I'm
You're a
sitting there.
growing boy.
It just doesn't fill me up.
Boy's gotta eat.
It's good, but then like almost every time I go there, like I end up like waking up at like 3 a.m. and I always sleep on the couch. So then I wake up in their apartment on the couch and I have to take a shit. So I have to like walk barefoot on their cold floor to the bathroom.
The middle of the night waddle.
Yeah, in the middle of the night in my boxers.
In the middle of the night.
Has boxers become a synonymous term with underwear for dudes? Or
I'd say
is
so.
because I would say it has.
I don't hear it.
Yeah,
as
probably.
often.
Because, when I say I'm in my boxers going to the bathroom, I don't wear boxers. I wear like boxer briefs. Like the tighter ones.
I don't
And
think
boxer
about-
briefs.
Yeah.
I have to sleep in boxers just because like I need my leg hair to breathe.
Yeah, I still have a few pairs of boxers, and yeah, I do. Like, yeah, it's like
Like I wear them
flowy.
solely just to sleep in.
Yeah, but like I don't like wearing boxers under jeans.
No,
It's just too much.
Because then you get bunches up and ends up in your ass crack.
Exactly. It's just a bad time. But I feel like, yeah, boxers it's synonymous with underwear. I feel like.
I'd say so.
Probably. I don't hear it enough, but it probably is. Like,
Well, how often are you talking about underwear with people?
Every hour, every waking hour of the day. Help. It's
How
the
many
only
days a
thing I
week?
can-
This is an underwear major.
8 days a week.
Underwear, man. 8 days a week, 25
Right.
hours a day. Dude.
Under theory.
I swear, like, that's what people want you to do at Berkeley. They want you to be in the practice room 26 hours a day, 8 days a week. And it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'll get carpal tunnel.
I'm in the North Campus art building, like probably nearly that long, working on shit. It's great. For one of my projects, I made a flip book, which I thought went really well. But the problem was it was 60 pages, and I was staring at a light box for like 3 hours, and would only get
Yikes.
fucking be drawn. Which
Are you done with it?
Oh, I'm done with it. Yeah, I've done 2 projects so far. One of them was a drawing thing. The other one was a flip book drawing.
I want to see your flip book. You should take like a video of it.
I just kind of passed it around. I kind of finished it and then like did some cross hatching with some string to like keep it all together. for the spine. No, what's your joke, Noah? Sorry.
Oh, why didn't you use a Nintendo DSi with Flipnote Studio?
Nintendo Switch, more like Nintendo bitch. Okay, no.
I didn't say Nintendo Switch. I said Nintendo DSi, the hit follow-up to the Nintendo DS.
No, all jokes aside, I've heard so many people talk about that was like their gateway into like animation shit. That's just incredible.
It really was.
Dude, some of the stuff that you saw people create on that was insane. Like, you know how you could go to like the community or whatever?
Yeah.
And like you'd be like, no way somebody made this.
There's still that like Keke Flipnote guy who like makes animations like in that style or like with that program. I think I don't know if like, but one of my friend Cassie, who's I had my first art class with, she did like we got to know each other better, and she had mentioned how that was her first like use of like digital like drawing shit, which is just neat because now she does more like drawing on like iPad stuff and like does commissions and shit. It's a neat little domino effect. Yes, the Ouija ones are always the best.
I just linked a video called Top 10 DSi Flip Notes. It's from like 2013. It's just someone with a camera holding it over their DSi screen.
I want to go back to a better time.
I saw a meme or just a thing online, and it was something about like the PSP. And then I think it was a tweet, and then somebody replied to it, and it's like, if you had a friend who brought his PSP places, that kid was a spoiled brat, or something like that.
Do you have a PSP, Max?
And I did have a PSP. However, I only had 2 games for it, and I always wanted more, and I would never get more. But here's the thing. It made me start thinking about those portable play things. That sounds bad.
You sound like you're 50.
Those portable the handheld systems that we had when we were younger, and like I begged and begged for the first DS, and then I had like a weird DS that was different from everyone else's, but it was still Nintendo, but it was like shaped weird. It was blue.
Was it the original DS and not the DS Lite?
I think everyone associates the DS Lite with as the DS because more people got the DS Lite.
Maybe that's what it is. But was
it like really big, thick, and chunky?
It was like gray.
The main difference. Mine was blue. The main difference was the screen, like the top part. It was it had like angles on it. It wasn't just flat.
Yeah, that was like the original DS.
Okay, so I had one of those. So it was different from everyone else's. So I was always like kind of weird about it. But then like I also had a DSi, I think, because I had Flipnote and stuff, but like I don't remember ever like asking for that one. It just kind of showed up.
Yeah, that was kind of me.
Same with the PSP. Like I never was like, "Oh, I really want a PSP." I didn't know it fucking existed until I just had it one day, I guess. And then I only had 2 games.
Maybe one of your sisters got it or something.
Maybe, yeah. But the PSP, I had Battlefront 2, which was dope. So I could take that wherever I went. Yeah, Star Wars. I had Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PSP, which was so fun. And then I went over to Alex's house, and he had it on the PlayStation 2, and it was like the coolest thing ever because he had it on PlayStation 2, and I was like, "Oh, I've played this game on my PSP. This is so cool." And then I had a ATV racing game.
Of course you did.
And that's all I had. That one didn't have nearly as good of a soundtrack though.
As the PS2 one?
As the PS2 one that I had. I had a lot of PS2 games, but I never played most of them.
You just played Madden 07.
Excuse me? It's Madden 08 for the PS3. Greatest Madden
Madden 08.
Ever created.
I never played much of a sports game as a child.
On the PS2, I played the shit out of NCAA Baseball 2004.
Is that weird to you that they made a game out of college player baseball? Like,
and they didn't get paid for it.
Game.
Yeah,
you're just at your age, Max, and you're in it.
Yeah, it's really weird to think about now. Cause like, yeah, they were just college students. Like, the most of them didn't go on to like the majors, but they were in a video game. That's pretty fucking. They got like 3D scanned. Like, that's pretty cool.
Especially because like, not a lot of people pay attention to college baseball compared to like college football or college hockey.
It's not college football. College football would be one thing. But yeah, also all of those players didn't get paid for their likenesses to be used.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is very shitty.
It's like MVP Baseball 2005, I want to say, was the one where because of the MLB Players Association or whatever, there was like a strike or something, and so like Barry Bonds wasn't part of the Players Association, and he's like the best player from that era.
Yeah.
So there was just a guy that looked like Barry Bonds and wasn't named Barry Bonds. I think his name was John Dowd in that game.
That's funny.
And like he like had all the stats.
Yeah, all the
Barry
stats
Bonds.
of Barry Bonds, but it wasn't Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
That's
I think his name was John Dowd.
There's I had a MLB baseball game, but it didn't play as nicely as the NCAA one, which was so annoying. I forget what
I think there was
one of the teams I always picked was Duke. The other one the other one was something. I don't remember. I just liked their color of their uniform, that light blue.
Yeah,
that's like
it's
why
a really
I picked
pretty
them.
campus.
You know, because I know nothing about college baseball, especially when I was literally 7 years old. I knew nothing about colleges, so I was just like, oh, their logo's cool. I guess I'll do them. And I think the other one was like, might have been like Sun Devils or something. So like Arizona
State.
Yeah, might have been them.
ASU. No, I think another player that had the same thing as Barry Bonds was I think it was Kevin Youkilis.
Uke?
Yeah, Uke.
Oh my god, I just had like a moment where like I just had like a random flashback to Attack of the Power Juju. But
that's a fever dream for me, man.
Yeah.
You know about that.
Yeah. No, I found that highlight the other day and I showed it to Kevin. It was really funny. Anyway,
of what, me talking about it?
Of you talking about it, yeah.
It's a fever dream.
It's on the Instagram somewhere, and it's just you going. You guys know how I have random flashbacks to Attack and the Power of Juju. Anyway, what I just had a flashback to was a football game for the PS2 that Alex had, where it was like street ball, and you just beat the shit out of everyone.
Mario Strikers.
It was not Mario Strikers.
That's not it.
It was a football game, and it was like street ball, but like when you tackled people, like you'd break their arms and their legs, like you'd buckle their knees.
Kombat.
I don't know. That's how I'm remembering it. It was literally like Mortal Kombat mixed with Madden.
Andy, do you remember that game the Flash game we used to play with the ski jumping, and there was the broken bones mode, and you tried to break every bone in your body at once?
Yeah, I don't. I might remember. I remember the game, but I think I remember that.
Like
I remember playing that
like the Hall of
on
Meat
computers in elementary school.
Do you
and
remember?
You try and do like the stupidest tricks ever, so that way you land horribly and like destroy yourself.
Like Hall of Meat and Skate.
Yeah,
but a Flash game, so you can play it at school. So that's sick.
Well, and it was ski jumping.
Yeah, that's cool. There's I saw a kid load up cool math games on his laptop the other day in a class, and I was like, oh hell yeah.
My friend, on like the first week of class, he sat in the front row of like a 200 kid chem lecture and just pulled up Pornhub in class.
Why you gotta do that, man?
Just so people could do it for their Snapchat stories.
It's so bad. Yeah, he's just asking to end up on Reddit. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah. He wasn't like, yeah, I really want to watch porn right now. It was just, what can I do to get a bunch of people to notice me?
I told you guys, I was in a meeting one time. It was for the Institute of Packaging Professionals Club at school. And we're sitting there, and a guy opened up his phone, and they opened up like Google Chrome to look something up. And there were like 15 porn tabs open. I was like, dude.
Like, at least open a new window.
Use a bookmarks folder or something.
Yeah.
Have a folder that says important files, do not look, and then another one inside that also says please do not look. Or
please do
recipes.
not look, and then inside that one is seriously please don't look.
And then it says don't ask who Joe is.
Lucas, do you remember in our CAD class in high school?
I remember that class.
That mixed class. There was like two classes in one. Because because you were in 3 and I was in like the 4th level that was called Design Studio. Anyway, that year that you were in the class, I made a thing. I think it was for Chuck, where it said like, "Hey Chuck," and then you'd click that folder, and then it'd say, "How are you?" or something, and it would say, "Keep going."
Yes.
And it would say, "Keep going, keep going," and then I made a loop out of it because the one of them is a shortcut to a previous folder. So you just keep going deeper and deeper into this folder.
And he would just think that like you made a million fucking documents.
Yeah, it was
I
so funny.
don't know if you showed me that, but I remember you mentioning something vague like
Yeah,
that.
it definitely existed. Also,
Blast.
I was going through all the files on my external hard drive, and I found all of my backup files from those classes. So like when I fully modeled R2D2 extremely accurately. I don't know how I don't think I could do that now, but I did it perfectly. I don't know how I managed it. Anyway, but there's a text file in there somewhere that I think Andy put in my folder. And it just said like something really bad, and then there was one right under it that was like something that I said about Andy being a midget or something. And I think I put that in his folder, but there was also a copy of it in mine. So that's why I assumed the other text file was from Andy, but I don't remember that happening.
Was that when I don't remember that either. Maybe was it when I gave you James Bond? Maybe.
It
No,
might have been.
It was from that class.
Andy, I think it was when robotics was in that room.
Were Max and I in the same room for that?
No, we were in 2 separate classes in the same, and I think we sat at the same desk, maybe.
Maybe.
So it was something like that, and it was like when robotics was in there, and you put something in my folder because I didn't log out or something. It was pretty funny though. But I found it. I forget what it said, but it was funny. Give me a good chuckle. Also, how my my folders in that class, like everyone's was named like last name comma first name. That was everybody's. But mine was always weird for some reason. Like mine was Belking, and it was just Belking, like with just my name with a G at the end. I think that was Michael Welch that did that, because of course he did.
That's like in like we have a shared drive at work for like the department stuff. And there's a guy I work with whose last name is Buck, and his folder is just called Uncle Buck.
Nice.
It's just Uncle Buck.
Yeah, mine was always weird. Everyone else's was always normal, but mine was always weird. And I don't think I ever changed it. I think other people changed it for me. All right, we're at 47 minutes and 54 seconds, 55 seconds, 56 seconds, 57 seconds, 57.
Max, you
we're
don't
at
know
48
how to count.
minutes. Andy, do you have anything you'd like to say?